It's time for the Showdown! And time for me to mute my computer. Good evening, everybody! Dishnet34 here, welcoming you to tonight's episode of the This Week in Perfect Team Weekly Showdown, episode number 61. Goodness gracious, what a night it is! Bit hot outside, but the competition today is going to be even hotter. We have 128 teams competing for some wonderful prizes tonight. But even better than that, we're going to have some Call Your Shot later tonight with quite a few opportunities to call some diamonds tonight. So stay tuned for that. Bit of housekeeping before we get started. Just a reminder that tomorrow at noon Eastern, we will be opening up registration for the Perfect Team Championship Series. Yes, the Perfect Team Championship Series the registration starts tomorrow. There will be a link posted on our Discord, on our Twitter, on our Facebook, on our forums, everywhere. Don't forget it. Now, there are three formats you can choose from. We have bronze, we have gold, and we have low diamond. Now, the thing is with this, and this is important, very, very important, users are only permitted to register in one of the three events, which means you cannot put in an alternate team. All right? You got to choose one with one team. That's it, folks. That is it. No ifs, no ands, no buts. No second or alt teams will be permitted in the PTCS this year. All right, now that we got that out of the way, how's everybody doing tonight? Even if I really want to put in another team, exactly. Can't do it. Can't do it. Hopefully y'all's perfect team's doing well so far this season. We'll probably look at that. We'll probably look at it a little bit later on tonight, maybe. Just a brief glance. We'll see. But man, got plenty of stuff to go on today. Now, let's go to the game screen. Let's see what we got going on tonight. If I don't enter my main, well, that's okay. You can enter in an alt then. But it's got to be one team. One team per person. So if you have multiple accounts, you got to choose one. You got to choose one format and go from there. Now, there will be, I believe, 256 spots each in those tournaments. So be aware of that. So 256 spots, which will be available first come, first serve. All right. So here we have the game screen. And everybody's going to be competing for a decent special edition card tonight. We got starting pitcher Chris Sale from the 2018 Boston Red Sox. Second place will get special edition starting pitcher Johnny Podres from the 1961 Dodgers. Third and fourth is going to get starting pitcher Burt Blyleven from the 1971 Minnesota Twins. Then fifth through eighth will get Pablo Sandoval from the 2011 San Francisco Giants. And 9th through 16th will get special edition shortstop Buck Weaver from the 1915 Chicago White Sox. Some good stuff here. And speaking of good stuff, let's take a look at the old roster here before we get too far into it. Now, we had an interesting draft last week, if you all recall correctly. I mean, we had to make a tough decision when it came to our perfect rounds and our diamond rounds. But I think we made some decent choices. And I kind of like this team, to be quite honest with you. So starting rotation, we have Ryan Dempster. We got Earl Francis. We got Michael Fulmer. We got Francisco Morales. And we have Silver Mike Mussina. In the bullpen, we got Dwayne Belo, Andrew Chafin, Bill Crouch, Edgar Garcia, Gary Lucas, Wendy McCall, and Akinori Atsuka will be our closer today. Will Dish pull an LE? Probably not. All right, now down here in the hitting area here, we had to take 3 catchers because we couldn't pass up on Jeff Mathis. Not in the iron round. So you got Jeff Mathis, we got Clyde McCullough, we got Jose Trevino. McCullough, for better or worse, is going to be our starting catcher. Trevino is starting every 3rd game, so we'll see him in round 3. If there is a round 3, if that ever exists. First base is going to be Dave Magadan. We got lucky to get this guy. Probably one of the more valuable gold SE cards out there. I mean, look at that L10 price right there. 93 grand. That's a lot. That's a lot of money right there. Holy crap. 93 grand on the L10. Time for a streaker? No. We are not going to have a repeat of last week, Beckdog. We are not going to have a repeat of last week. I say that right now. But watch, there's going to be a freaking rain delay or something that's going to come in when we least expect it. Second base is going to be Jody Reed. For better or worse, he's our second baseman. Just based on the hitting alone, really. Infield defense is going to be, whew. I mean, we got Billy Werber, which is actually decent defense. Hitting is a little sus, but we'll see. And then we got Maury Wills as our starting shortstop, which that's not bad. Maury Wills, shortstop, not bad. We'll definitely take it. And Domingo Leyba is going to be backing up the middle infield, so we'll see what happens there. John Cangelosi is not our starting left fielder, but he is listed as a left fielder on our roster. Matt Merton is also on this team. Andy Reese is also on this team. Ooh, Drunken Superman's perfect is Piazza. Ooh, interesting. Heilman will charge the mound in the first and get tossed. No. God, no. Let's not have that happen in I Fancy. All right, we got Ginger Beaumont in center field for whatever that's worth. I mean, hitting-wise, sure, fine. But defensively, boy. We're gonna have a fun time. We just gotta hit our way out of stuff, you know? Harry Heilman is gonna be our starting right fielder, for better or worse. Decent defense-ish, I guess. Monty Harrison, gonna be backing them all up, so we'll see what happens there. So very interesting squad tonight. Francisco Morales is our number 1 guy. See how good that does for us. Starting in left is Matt Merton, so there's that. Andy Reese, I believe, is our DH, which I'm okay with. I mean, Andy Reese has a decent profile for a DH. Other than that, honestly, I don't think this looks like a terrible roster, but then again, we all know how well my rosters usually do. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the other 127 teams. They're going to be competing for that special edition Chris sale tonight. How about it? It's time for the roll call. All right, here we go. We have the Richmond Spiders taking on the Challenger Deep Walshes. The Metropolis Slipnuts taking on the Gouverneur Destroyers E6. Ooh, hopefully not a lot of E6s for that team tonight. The Apex Barbecues taking on the Hill Valley Time Splitters. The Pack-Only Llamas taking on the New York They Might Be Giants. Your Battle Creek Maple Syrup Cartel taking on the Jefferson City Capitals. The Brazilian Birthday Cakes taking on the Ancient Relics. Moving on down the list, we have the Pine Bush UFOs taking on the Atmospheric Hydrogen. The Ayamoli Bakemonotachi will take on the Prospect Park Pride. The Los Angeles Sharks will take on Lavender Town. The Great Lakes Burners will take on the Value City Viffers. The Hartford Yard Goats taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. The Brooklyn Cyclones taking on Chico's Bail Bondsmen. We have the Sedley Peanuts taking on the Outer Omega Tipsy Pigs. The Ijaffeljokel Eldfall will take on the 6 slimy snails slid slowly seaward. The Vancouver Asahi will take on Dinosaur Bob and the Pimlico Pirates. The Baton Rouge Redbats will take on the Balking Dead. The Westerly Paws Ox will take on the Las Vegas Stackopanks. The Castroville Mashers will take on the McDonald's Hotcakes. Then we have the SoCal Earthshakers taking on the Minnesota Twinkies. The Portland Grizzlies will take on the Silver Moon Mystics. The Mighty Bomb Jacks taking on the El Monte Blazers. The Indianapolis, hey, I got a drop right there. How about that? And just lost my place. The Indianapolis Hopefuls, TBD, will face off with the Finneytown Flames. The Kamloops Coffee Kings taking on the Mar-a-Lago Super Spreaders. The Aruma Blue Jays taking on the Herscher Comets. We have the Valinor Eagles taking on the Sexton Summit Purple Warriors. The Lumbridge Gold Farmers taking on the Streetnik Snipers. The Melmont Leeches taking on the Rolling Meadows Counts. The Princeton Dogwoods taking on the Long Beach Usual Suspects. The Strickland Propane taking on the Annandale Atom Smashers. The Wash Park Rangers taking on the Mid-Hop Butchers. The Keogh GG will take on the BF Gold Bombers. The Kentucky Colonels will take on the Woodgate Aston Villa. The Chicago Titans will take on the Twin Cities Twins. The Orlando Orange Kings will take on Scott's Tots. The SGCTC Zorax will take on the Kansas City Monarchs. The Quito Mosquitoes will face off with the Willieville Carry Cats. Duke's Dodgers will take on the New Hampshire Port Dogs. Excuse me. Ooh. The Why Nots will take on the Seton Hall Setonians. The Chicago Havoc will take on the Tacoma Roma. The Pittsburgh Irates will take on the Arlington Pugs. The Follow Poyo Gopher Balls will take on the Porto Johns. The Richmond Rippers will take on the Hollywood Navy Seals. The Dodgertown All-Stars take on the Paddock Horsemen. The Seattle Malamutes will take on the Ben Salem Man Witches. The Richmond Hill Riot will take on the Beaver College Knights. The Virginia Tech Hokies will take on the Strapping Young Scrapple. The Manly Log Chuckers will take on the Manchester Camels. The Falstaff Fiery Furnaces will take on the Scarborough Tigers. The Kansas City Racker Ribs will take on the Vulcan Cobras 39. Taylor Swift will take on the Almost F2P, $5,000. The HB Cube will take on the Springfield Oilers. The Cleveland Municipals will take on the Montreal Expos. Then we have the Philadelphia Athletics taking on the New York Smokies. The Little Mermaid Dinglehoppers taking on the Toronto Golden Knights. The Central Illinois Cougars will take on the Montreal Players. The Andy Messersmiths, who unfortunately for the last 2 weeks did not get the Andy Messersmiths that were the prize in the weekly showdown. They'll be taking on the Milford Lego Men. The Plant City Grand Slam will take on Mr. Teddy's Cuddle Brigade. The Belleville Bulls will take on the Minneapolis Millers. The Sausage Boy Meatball Men will take on AGB2 GB2. The Woodstock Monks will take on the Pullman Predators. The Erie Drearies will take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Cleveland Spiders will take on the Miami Jaws. The Seldom Seen Cardinals will face the Elon Brewballers. The Iowa Opes will take on the San Dimas Wild Stallions. And those are your 128 teams competing for that Chris Sale tonight. But before we move on, we have to say a solemn goodbye to those of us who, for whatever reason, just couldn't quite get their draft done, either due to errors that are beyond our control, or just for having time run out on them without ever choosing a player, or just not drafting in the first place. So we say goodbye to those teams right now. And the first team we're going to be saying goodbye to tonight, oh my goodness. No. It's the Las Vegas Stackopanks. Oh, Stackopanks. How could you not draft your team in time, my man? Or if there's an error, I'm sorry to hear that. But unfortunately, you'll have to be leaving early tonight. My sincerest condolences. And then, oh man, the second team we're going to be saying an early good night to is McDonald's Hotcakes. The hotcakes just, man, the pancake themed teams just didn't have it this week. The breakfast did not do a good job of representing. You're totally right, Lowry. So unfortunately, the hotcakes will be eaten fairly quickly by the Castroville Mashers in round 1. And we'll be saying an early goodnight to them. You can't say goodbye to the hotcakes? But that's what I'm just doing right now. It's kind of sad, honestly. The third team we're going to be bidding adieu tonight. Oh, man. Almost F2P. Owned by Dudette. Man. Almost free to play. And unfortunately, $5,000 does not get you a perfect draft team after the deadline, unfortunately. But if it was an error, our apologies. If just didn't get done in time, that's okay. We all have a life. You know? So, unfortunately, either way, we'll be saying goodnight to this team. And then the fourth team we're going to be saying goodnight to early, really early tonight, is the Little Mermaid Dinglehoppers. Oh, Sadio Mane. Oh, man. Look, I know you had some soccer stuff to get done. I mean, 15 hours ago, you met the president of Senegal for a hometown hospital project. That's awesome. And you know what? That is great. You were spending your time doing something great instead of drafting a perfect draft team. And for that, we not only say goodnight to you, but we commend you. But goodnight, nonetheless. And that, my friends, are the teams we are saying goodnight to early on tonight. F's in the chat for these fine teams that we will be losing early tonight. End scene. So as for my opponent today, the Jefferson City Capitals, let's take a look at them right now. B. Philby. B. Philby, he's in the chat tonight. So let's take a look and see what he's got. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, tough matchups here today. Fred Glade and Smokey Joe Williams at the top of his rotation. Oh, boy. Really going for the pitching tonight. This isn't pretty. Look. With my track record, Phil, I usually don't do good against top-tier pitching, especially when they're diamond level. So, Drunken Superman may be right. B. Philby got a bye. Oh, boy. His other starters, Tex Houston, Guy Bush, and Steve Blass. The gold Tex Houston, I should say. Looking at the bullpen, he's got 6 guys in here. He got Brandon Compton. We got Cionel Perez, Wally Ritchie, Mike Trombley, Hunter Wood, and Ken Daly. So a very interesting bullpen outside of Daly. Should be interesting to see how that goes. He's got Bob Barton, and he's got Christian Vasquez. Vasquez, really good catcher behind the plate. So we'll see how that goes for him. Over at first, he's got Nap Lajway, but I have a feeling he's their DH. Okay, that's what I figured, because Pete Rose, the perfect Pete Rose, Bill the Legend, is their first baseman. And that's scary as heck. And he's got Lance Necro backing up over there as well. Second base, he's got listed Manuel Lee, DJ LeMahieu, and Detroit Tigers legend, Steven Lombardozzi. Third base, you got Danny Mendick and Freudis Nova. Freudis Nova probably going to be their starter over there, and that is correct. And Dick Hauser is going to start at short. Ooh, a bit rough on the defense this one. So we'll see what happens there. Outfield, he's got Hal McRae out there. Got Max Carrion center, Luke Clinton in right, with Edward Olivares backing him up. So a lot of interesting players on this team, as we are about 30 seconds out from our first sim tonight. And as you can see, we have 36 packs ready to go for tonight. Oh boy, Call Your Shot is going to be lit tonight, folks. All right. Let's go ahead and go to the title screen so we don't spoil ourselves. And it looks like it's going to increase by one card pack there as we go ahead and do that. Why did the schedule say 8:30? Look, I don't know if we can do. Look, I don't think the schedule allows for quarter hours outside of 8:30 and the top of the hour. So, best we could do. It was the best we could do. But then again, with how long this goes anyway, if you stay tuned long enough, you're still going to get your 5 drops. Just saying. So many Walker Buehlers, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I'm a Walker Buehler friggin' magnet. I don't know how that came to be, but hopefully, you know, I pull one of those LEs tonight. The one LE that's available. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. So, time to take some informal guesses here. This is not for perfect points. This is not for any prize whatsoever, except maybe bragging rights. Do you think I'm going to get out of the first round today? Do y'all think I'm going to get out of the first round today? It's a simple yes or no question, you know? Because, you know, I kind of want to get out of the first round for once in my life. At least with this team. Got a few yeses. Got some no's. Law of averages, you should. Oh, Rich Jimny. Look, I tried using a statistics argument once during Among Us when there was one guy who notoriously never gets imposter, getting imposter 3 out of 4 games. And I used that argument to say that he was not the imposter. He turned out to not be the imposter in that fourth. He turned out to be the imposter in that 4th game. And that's been a meme ever since for me. So anyway, our sim is in. And we will get ready for game number 1, round number 1. Here of the This Week in Perfect Team Weekly Showdown. Let's go to the game screen, folks. Can we get out of the first round today? Let's find out. So we pick it up in the bottom of the first, Jefferson City at the plate. Nobody on with 1 out for Nap Lajway, the DH. The 1-0 pitch from Morales, and that one is blasted into left center. And gone. Well, that's an auspicious start right there. And the Capitals lead it 1-0. 412 feet on that big fly. But we head to the top of the second. Andy Reese at the plate, runner on first, 2 outs, facing Fred Glade. The first pitch to Reese, and that one's lined into right field for a base hit. Magadan rounding second, he's headed for third. The throw coming from Clinton, not in time. And Reese will go to second on the throw. Very interesting attempt there. So second and third with 2 outs now bring Jody Reed to the plate. Count 3-1, the pitch from Glade, and he walked in ball 4. So the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Clyde McCullough. Can he be the hero here in the second inning? The 1-2 pitch. Nope. Now we head to the top of the third. Billy Werber at the plate. Maury Wills on first. Nobody out. The 1-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball right back to the mound. He goes to second for one, but oh, they don't get it. The throw is wild and everybody's safe. So nobody out, everybody's safe. Now bring Ginger Beaumont to the plate. First pitch from Glade to Beaumont. That one's grounded to first. Gonna be tough. He can't get out of the glove and he tosses it late. Beaumont safe on an infield single. And that'll bring Harry Heilman to the plate with the bases loaded and nobody out. 2-2 to Heilman. Swinging a line drive, center field, and a sliding catch made by Carey. Throw coming home is cut off. So Wills will score, and it's a tie game at 1. That'll bring Dave Magadan to the plate. Count 1-2, the pitch from Glade. Swinging the ground ball to first. This could be 2 to short for 1. The relay in time. And Magadan gets doubled up to end the inning. So it's still tied at 1. We time warp to the top of the 5th. Maury Wills at the plate. Runner on first is McCullough with nobody out. First pitch coming from Glade. That one's lined into left center field. That one's down. It'll go all the way to the wall. McCullough rounding second, heading for third. He's going to stop at third with nobody out. A double for Maury Wills. And that'll bring Billy Werber to the plate. The 1-0 pitch coming from Glade. Swinging a line drive, base hit center field. McCullough will score easily. Here comes Wills for the plate. The throw from Carey not in time. And the Cartel take a 2-1 lead. 3-1 lead, I should say. Here's Ginger Beaumont, the 1-2 from Glade. Swinging a high fly ball. Deep right field. Ball go far for Ginger Beaumont. Cartel increased the lead. It's 5-1. And we stay in the top of the 5th. Here's Harry Heilman. Now Hunter Wood coming in to pitch for the Capitals. Here's the 0-1 to Heilman. And he blasts that one into left. Oh my goodness, how far is that one going to go? Ball go far. Back to back. This time it's Heilman. And the Cartel lead at 6-1. A 5-run inning for the Cartel to make it 6-1. Holy cow. Woo boy. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Runner on first. 2 outs for Freudis Nova. Count 2-1 the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball. And that one's way back into right field. And that one's off the top of the wall. But Nova almost hit one out here. He's rounding second, heading for third. The throw comes home. He's safe. It will be a triple for Freudis Nova. And an RBI to make it 6-2. We move ahead to the bottom of the 8th. It's now 7-2. Andrew Chafin in the game facing Pete Rose. With 1 out, nobody on, the full count. And that one's lined into right field. Base hit in off the wall. Here comes Rose for second. He's going to try for third. The relay throw from second, not in time. A 1-out triple for the Capitals' first baseman, Pete Rose. And they do get a run in the inning, but 7-3, bottom 9, 2 outs. Nap Lodgely at the plate. Runner on first, 2 outs facing Otsuka. The 1-1 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball deep into left field. And that one's gone. 2-run shot for Nap Lodgely, and we have a bit of a ball game now. It's 7-5 with 2 outs in the 9th. But here's Pete Rose. The 1-2 pitch coming from Otsuka. Swinging a line drive, center field, and that one is down. He'll go off the wall. Running to get it is Beaumont. Here comes Rose. He's rounding second, aiming for third. He's a dead duck at third. Oh, what a throw from Ginger Beaumont, and the game is over. The Cartel are moving on. The Cartel are moving on. Final score, 7-5. A toot plan to end round 1. Wow, wow, wow. I cannot believe it. We made it past the first round! We made it past the first round! Let's go! Woo! Whoo, boy. So we are 34 seconds away from our next sim. Who are we facing? Who are we facing? Taking all comers in. Taylor Swift. No. Not Taylor Swift. Ah, well. Take a look at their roster real quick. Got some interesting pitchers here. We're facing Lou Krause Jr. Who is that? Lou Krause Jr. from the 66 A's. Okay, okay. Got a few guys here. He's got Oscar Charleston in center. Ooh, boy. Andrelton Simmons at short. High Pockets Kelly at first. Oh, man, I don't like my chances with this one. I do not like my chances with this one. They play the fill-in team? Yep. Yep, they played one of the teams we bid adieu to earlier tonight. So we'll see what happens there. You know what? Maybe they just wasted all their runs in round one. I would be totally okay with that. Who's catching for the Swifties? Well, that's a really good question. They got Luis Campusano live card and Charlie Dexter. It's a couple interesting guys right there. Yeah, they look very strong up the middle. That's for darn sure. So we'll see what happens, you know. Worst case scenario, I lose in round two. All the hitters are exhausted. I mean, hey, when you win 27-1, I mean, you're going to get a lot of at-bats. Going to get tired, you know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Great Scott saw Charleston as an option for center field. Dang. Did you get him? Charlie Dexter's a fun card. Yeah, I think I've seen Charlie Dexter a couple of times. I think I might have taken him a couple of times in a perfect draft. But you know what? Maybe they wasted all their runs in round one. Maybe they did. That would be great. And I would enjoy that. Oh, for Swift, yeah. I mentioned it. All right. Well, round two is in. So hopefully some good stuff happens. I mean, who wants to lose to the biggest pop star in the world? Exactly. All right, to the game screen we go. We pick it up in the bottom of the first. Ginger Beaumont on second with 2 outs facing Lou Krause Jr. Harry Heilman at the plate has a full count on him. Here's the pitch, and that one's grounded to third. Down the line, it'll go into the corner. Beaumont will score easily. Heilman come into second, and he will stop there with a 2-out RBI double. And the Cartel take a 1-0 lead early. All right. That's a good start. It's a really good start, actually. And we stay in the bottom of the first. Here's Dave Magadan. Heilman on second, 2 outs. The first pitch, and that one's into left field. Playable and dropped by Harold Baines. Heilman will score on the error, and the Cartel lead it 2-0. Harold Baines just botched it out and left. At the top of the second, Dempster on the mound for the Cartel. Harry Wolter at the plate. Runners on first and second, 1 out, and a 3-1 count from Dempster. Popped up. Center field, this is Beaumont. He'll make the play. Runners will hold, 2 gone. And that's all they get in the top of the second. Head to the bottom of the third. Ginger Beaumont at the plate to lead things off. The 1-2 from Krause. Swinging a line drive right field, and that one is down and off the wall. Beaumont coming to second. Will he try for third here? He is going to try for third. The relay from second, not in time. Leadoff triple for Ginger Beaumont. And the Cartel might have something cooking here in the third. They do get a run, and we head to the top of the seventh. Ryan Dempster has been pitching fairly effectively so far today. One out here in the top of the seventh. Here's Baines. The 1-1 pitch. And that one's lined into left field and cancel the post-game show. Dempster gives up his first hit of the ball game. And now all of a sudden it's second and third with 2 outs for Otis Clymer. First pitch from Dempster, and that one's grounded to second. Throw to first in time. And the Cartel get out of the inning without giving up a run. It is still 3-0. As we head now to the top of the ninth and 2 outs. Oh, baby. Akinori Atsuka on the mound, looking to get out number 3. He's got Baines at the plate. The 1-2 coming. Swinging a pop-up. Foul ground, first base side. The catcher McCullough has it. And the Cartel are going to round 3 with a 4-0 victory over Taylor Swift. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby. Oh boy, we are on to round 3. What in the world? Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. There's usually only 2 ways a perfect draft ends for me. Either lose in the first round, or we go all the friggin' way, or at least get in the money. I have a feeling we're going to end somewhere between that, but still. Ginger Beaumont had a really good game. Is this the start of something magical? Boy, I hope so. That would be fun, wouldn't it? I would love to at least get in the money. At least get one of those SE cards. That Chris Sale's going to do great in Dishnet's rotation. No. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I shut out Taylor Swift. Look at Ryan Dempster. 2 Ks, 3 walks, but 14 ground balls. Look at that. Look at that. But man, poor Lou Krause Jr., I mean, he pitched 105 pitches. Got only 1 K, 12 ground outs, 11 flyouts. He pretty much went the distance. All right, so let's take a look at our opponent for third round. It's the Streetnik Snipers. He's got Hunter Green going for him. We got a future legend, Hunter Green. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm not liking my chances with this one. He's got some good pitching. Bullpen's a little soft. He's got Tony Lazzari at third. That's an interesting one. Got Johnny Evers at second. Pat Listach at short. He's got Judd Wilson at first. Judd Wilson over at first. That was a choice. Got Wilson, Ramos, Bob Boone behind the plate. Maybe he's not going to start Bob Boone. We'll see. Let's see. Got Jeffrey Leonard in left. He's got Hack Wilson in center. But probably Jaron Duran's starting in center for him. Got Hal McRae out in right. Okay. Interesting. Interesting stuff. So let's take a look and see who's still alive in this. So we got us in the Streetnik Snipers. We got the Ancient Relics in the Richmond Rippers, the Lavender Town and the Strickland Propane, the Challenger Deep Walshes in the Minnesota Twinkies, the Sedley Peanuts and the Seton Hall Setonians, the San Dimas Wild Stallions and the Orlando Orange Kings. We also have the Milford Lego Men and the Manly Log Chuckers, the Woodstock Monks and the Pittsburgh Irates, the HB Cube and the Seattle Malamutes, the Elon Brewballers and the Portland Grizzlies, the Central Illinois Cougars and the Paddock Horsemen, the Vulcan Cobras 39 and the Mid-Hop Butchers. And we also have Mr. Eddie's Cuddle Brigade and the SGCTC Zorax, the Gouverneur Destroyers E6, the Kamloops Coffee Kings, the Baton Rouge Red Bats and the Westerly Paws Ox, and the Chico Bale Bondsmen and the Willieville Carry Cats. Alrighty. We are getting ready for round number 3. What the heck? I have no clue how we're in round 3. Just sheer luck, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'd love an SE card. I love a tournament SE card. I would definitely love one. But also, my deep run here, that's probably going to affect if I even get in next week's TWIPT. So, if y'all could leave a spot open for me, that would be great. Like, if we could just stop signing up for a little while and just, leave me a spot, please. I beg of you. Go to your other account. I mean, I could. In fact, that's probably what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Because I kind of have to. So yeah, we're gonna sign up on the other account because yeah. Because that would be a disaster otherwise. Or it's going to be Wheel of Formats? No. It's going to be Perfect Draft Live Worldwide, and nobody wants Perfect Draft Live Worldwide. I mean, it'd be just perfect drafts all night long, but still. So the Gators are in there. The Miami Gators will be the team. Unless I somehow lose in the 3rd round here. Unless we lose in the 3rd round, we're going to be fine. All right. All right, so let's we are waiting our round 3 matchup, and it is in. It is in. So let's see if we can make it to the 4th round here. Because, boy, I would love to make it to the 4th round. Love to at least make it to the 4th round. All right, here we go. Let's go to the game screen. Let's see what we can do. So we have Maury Wills leading off for us here. We got an 0-2 count from Hunter Green coming. Blind's blowing left to right at 10 miles an hour. That could affect some stuff, but Maury Wills strikes out to start the proceedings. So we pick it up bottom first. Mike Musina on the mound for the Cartel. Jeffrey Leonard with 1 out. The wind and the 3-1, and that one's blasted into left center field. Beaumont going back, but he's going to watch it go. Home run for Jeffrey Leonard here in the 1st, and the Streetnik Snipers take an early 1-0 lead. Oh, boy. And oh, no. Oh, no. This ain't looking good, folks. This ain't looking good. Top 7, 2 outs. Ginger Beaumont at the plate. We still have not gotten a hit yet. First pitch from Green, and there's a hit. There's a hit. Are we going to do anything with it? Probably not. Nope. All right, can Bill Crouch do something against Toy Lazzari, or is he just going to give up a homer? He gave up a homer. For nothing. All right, can we make a comeback in the top of the 9th against Fernando Salas? Let's find out. Jody Reed leading off 2-2. Line drive left field and over the head of the left fielder Leonard. Okay, this is a good start. This is a good start. Really good start. Oh, he's trying for 3. Oh, he's trying for 3. Oh, he's trying for 3. He got it. Okay, good start. Good start. Okay, let's get some contact hitting going. Let's try to get a hit chain go. Or not. Werber could just fly out to right field and nobody else get on base. Well, we made it to round 3. We made it to round 3. That's good. And it also means I can get the Cartel in there now. Go, go, go. Yes. All right, we're in. That was not good. That was not a fun one. But we can show off what the prizes for next week's Weekly Showdown are going to be. And they are. Another Chris Sale. So we're getting another Chris Sale for next week. Second place is going to get Dutch Leonard from the 1945 Washington Senators. Third and fourth is going to get Bobby Veach from the 1917 Tigers. Fifth through eighth is going to get Austin Kearns from the 02 Reds. And ninth through 16th is going to get special edition third baseman Freddie Sanchez from the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm gonna have to talk to the powers that be about choosing what card's the top prize, because I don't want 2 straight weeks with the same prizes. I really don't. It just doesn't seem right, you know? I want to shake it up a little bit, you know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. But right now, there's 5 spots left in next week's Weekly Showdown. Get in if you haven't already. Maybe they can make you auto-join it always. Well, I gotta get eliminated first, you know? So I can only have 1 perfect draft slot open at a time. And when I'm in the Weekly Showdown and I'm competing in it, it's filled. So that's kind of how that works. But I would love to have that happen, Harak, you know? That's just me. So anyway, it is now time for that game we love so much. That game we love oh so much. It is time for Call Your Shot. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is that time again. We got 38 packs. 38 packs. Expand to 256. Ooh, that's a tall order, Great Scott. That is a tall order. A tall order. I mean, it'd be fun. But it would also mean, you know, a longer broadcast. And really, who wants that? I don't know. But anyway, team's been doing well. We'll talk about them more on Monday. We got 38 packs here. 38 total packs. My goodness. So for those of you who don't know how Call Your Shot works, here's how it works. I'm going to be putting a Google form in the chat here in just a little bit. I'm just checking to make sure that my actual phone did not react to me saying Google. And it looks like that is the case. So that's good. My phone didn't go off, and I'm happy about that. All right. So I'm going to be putting a form in the chat here in just a little bit. You're going to be filling it out with your perfect team username and which Diamond, Perfect, Build-A-Legend, or limited edition card you believe I'm going to be pulling tonight. Now, let's get the limited edition talk out of the way first, because a lot of people might be confused on this, all right? Now, normally, with the limited edition cards, we would be giving out a prize of 90 grand. However, with the only limited edition card in circulation right now being a 100 overall perfect card, we are going to be treating that limited edition Jesse Barfield as a historical perfect card. So if you call that tonight and he somehow, some way pops up in one of these packs, we will be giving out the 100,000 perfect point prize to that person who calls him correctly. If there is one. So that's just a little bit of housekeeping first before we move any further with this. All right. Who's the LE right now? I just said it's Jesse Barfield. So we're going to be treating him like a historical perfect instead of a regular diamond limited edition card. So if you call a live diamond tonight you will win 15,000 perfect points. If you call a live perfect card, you'll win 50,000 perfect points. And if you call a historical diamond card, you will win 75,000 perfect points. If you call a historical perfect card, which includes the new limited edition Jesse Barfield, you'll win 100,000 perfect points. And if you call a bronze Build a Legend card, you will win 25,000 perfect points. Alrighty. We got some good stuff here today. So, a couple reminders. You'll have 2.5 minutes to fill out the form. Only one entry is allowed per person. Be as specific as possible. Only call one card on your entry. When entries with multiple cards will be disqualified. Alright? You will have 2.5 minutes. Get ready. Get set. And go. Call your shot is open. Call your shot is open. Alrighty. We got some good stuff coming in. Got Johnny Vandermeer called right now. Live Xander Bogaerts. So that's a good one. 100 Brian McCann. Probably not going to use him, but that would be interesting. Live Diamond Bryce Harper. Okay. There's our first Jesse Barfield call. That'd be fun to pull. Will Smith. Okay. Interesting. All right. Keep it up. 99 Andrelton Simmons. That's a fun call. I'd love to get Simmons. Would really love to get Simmons. Historical Legend Chicken Wolf. Man, I would love a Chicken Wolf right now. To replace Enos Slaughter. Ooh, someone calling a perfect Wade Boggs? Hell yeah. I would love that card. Let's see. A Quinn Priester Future Legend. Ooh, that's a fun one there. All right, we are down to almost a minute left on the clock. Get your calls in if you have not already. And looks like we might be getting an extra pack to work with. So we might have 39 packs to open tonight, guys. Absolute insanity. Ooh, 97 Greg Max. I actually pulled that last night, Pulling some of the diamond packs I got from the Franchise Heroes missions. All right, we are down to about 20 seconds to go. Get your calls in if you have not already. We are down to 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Call your shot is closed. Alrighty. We are closed, and we have 236 responses tonight. Lots of good stuff. Do you get double points if I pull 2 copies? Yes. Yes, you do. All right. Here we go, guys. It's time to rip some packs, baby. Let's go! First pack that we get has a few bronzes. Chris Davis, Kevin Biggio, and Gregory Santos. A very auspicious start. Let's keep going. And we get some silver action here with Bill Lamar from the 1924 Philadelphia A's. Also got Dwayne Underwood Jr., Luis Barrera, Jake Marisnick, and Dellin Betances in this pack as well. All right. Let's keep on keeping on. Can we get something good in this next pack here? We get some live gold action for Julio Urias from the LA Dodgers. Interesting card there. Also got Nick Turley as our obligatory bronze. You also got Doug Capilla from the 1981 Chicago Cubs and Tyler Houston from the 98 Chicago Cubs. A couple of Cubs in this pack. As historical irons, let's keep on keeping on. Yeah, double historical iron Cubs. Gotta love it. Got Eric Valent from the 2004 New York Mets in this pack as our obligatory bronze. Nothing else here to really worry about. Let's keep going.